Good morning. It's Colin Lee from Inspire Realty. For the benefit of those that have not watched the news this morning, I woke up with great anticipation with the announcement this morning by our Prime Minister Scott Morrison about the $668 million home builder scheme. And that's $25,000 eligible for homeowners. You can actually get more if you're first homeowners, which I will go into detail. But I'm just very pleased, and I'm certainly very grateful for this announcement because it's been an industry that's been hit quite badly. So it's going to really stimulate a lot of jobs within our industry. So if you've been thinking about building your own home, or you've been wanting to do some home improvements or renovations, or maybe you've just been putting it off, you've had all these plans and thoughts together, now could be a good time to seize the day or seize the opportunity to get some work done and really stimulate the economy, which I think will address some very short-term challenges, but also the long-term challenges within our industry. As I said, it's been hit pretty hard. The property industry is, connected to a lot of different roles and jobs. It comprises us not just of, property strategists and agents like myself, but there's a lot of people that work within the industry. There are builders, tradies, sparkies, architects, even manufacturers of building materials, a lot of white goods stores, furnishings, furniture manufacturers. Everyone's affected in this, and I just think this will make a big difference in the home industry itself. I mean, if you think about it, our industry makes up about 5% of the Australian GDP. So, the government making this big, bold step forward is a big win for us. Otherwise, it's about 450,000 jobs that will be lost in the first 6 months, according to Josh Frydenberg. So, this stimulus is great. So what is it? It's really the government handing out $25,000 to eligible homeowners. So what that means is in some states, people moving into their first home can also be getting more incentives. And, with some states, you can get as much as $55,000, which is more than double your home builder loan. So I'll go through it in great detail, but you've got to read the fine print. To qualify for the home builder, you got to be spending more than $150,000 on renovation. If you're building a new home, it has to be worth less than $750,000. So if you want to have a quick chat with me about some opportunities in that, I can certainly show you some of those opportunities. They're few and far between, but there's definitely some good opportunities around in Sydney. But if you're renovating an existing property, it needs to have been previously unconnected to the residence, and needs to be valued rather less than 1.5 million. If you read the fine print, you can also improve the accessibility, safety, and livability of the dwelling. So the grants, unfortunately, can't be used to make some additions to the property that are unconnected. So your outdoor spas, your saunas, your sheds, garages, landscaping, tennis courts. Unfortunately, the government will not pay for that. The applicants for home builder must meet some income criteria to qualify. If you're a single, you've got to be earning $150,000 or $125,000 or less based on 18-19 tax returns. And if you're a couple and a family, you have to have a combined income less than $200,000. Also be mindful that this scheme will only last till the end of the year. So by New Year's Eve, unfortunately, this scheme will not be around. So I suggest that you take this opportunity to start to look at some plans in the next, I think, about 6 months for you to be able to do this. I thought I would share my screen as well, just to show you some of the incentives that you are currently getting. So I think this will be a great addition. Let me just share my screen. I'm only really going to talk about the 3 Eastern Seaboard states. If you want more information about South Australia and Western Australia, feel free to research it yourself, or certainly talk to me about it. So let me just share my screen. Queensland, if you have a look at Queensland, you've got the state first homeowners grant. The state government's putting in $15,000 if you're a first homeowner. Obviously, that has to be the first home under your name and title for you to qualify for that. And then the government's also giving the first home loan deposit scheme that's up to $10,000. So with the home builder, you add $25,000 of the home builder to the $25,000 first homeowner grant and the first home loan deposit scheme, you could be accessing up to $50,000. So if you're in Queensland, I think this is a great opportunity to seize that and to access as much of the stimulus as much as you can. In Victoria, the state first homeowners grant is dependent. It goes from anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. Feel free to message me for more details about that. The Commonwealth First Home Deposit Scheme, $10,000. In fact, that's across all states. So with the home builder, you can access up to $45,000 and $55,000. There's one other thing as well. First home buyers are exempt from paying stamp duty on properties up to $600,000. So if you've bought any, or if you're building or buying any properties under $600,000, it's a little bit hard to find, but there's certainly some opportunities out there, a little bit further away from Melbourne CBD itself, but there are certainly some opportunities. And then there's concession as well available for properties valued between $600,001 to $750,000. So it's a concession for that stamp duty. So it's not fully exempted. In New South Wales, the first home owners grant is $10,000 offered by the state government. And then the Commonwealth First Home Deposit Scheme, you can get up to $10,000 for it. So with the home builder, you can access up to $45,000 in terms of a grant. In New South Wales, the properties are a little bit of a higher price. So you are exempt from paying all or some of the stamp duty on properties valued up to $800,000. If you want more details, feel free to message me as well. So look, I think it's great news this morning, and I just think that if you are ever looking to buy your first home or you're looking to renovate, please take this opportunity to consider the stimulus package, which only lasts till the end of the year. So seize the day, seize the opportunity to kickstart the economy and to bring Australia back to the positive again. I think there's some great things that our government is doing. I certainly am very grateful to be living in Australia, which I believe is a very lucky country. Certainly for a migrant myself, to be living in Australia at the moment, I'm counting my blessings. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world right now. So thank you so much for your time. This is just a quick update this morning about the government $688 million stimulus package. Thank you so much for your time. Please visit us on www.inspirerealty.com to find out more information about how we can assist you. Thank you and have a great morning. Bye for now.